Hello, ladies and gents, this is the Gentleman Pirate by the channel Internet Historian Incognito Mode. This is the third part. I did the first two parts. If you haven't seen it, check the card or the description. The original video is not in parts, but my reaction is because it's such a long video. So where we left off, Stede Bonnet and his schooner, the Royal James, sound like somebody's nickname for that thing. Have you met the Royal James, darling? So they were up against Royal Navy in their two boats, and they were about to go head to head. So let's recap the first two parts. Stede Bonnet is a rich man who inherited all his wealth. He married to someone, and apparently that someone was a nagging wife, or according to him at least. The business of his business was falling apart around him. Then one day he saw a pirate, apparently, at the bank. I don't know if that's accurate or was just some funny skit, but the point is he saw a pirate and he was looting the bank, and he saw apparently his escape from his midlife crisis. Then his son died, and he kind of snapped. Then he ran away and became a pirate. Hired a team, then raided US coast. Then one day he got injured, went to Nassau, met the Blackbeard, and then Blackbeard kind of weaseled his way into his crew, and then him and Blackbeard start to raid a lot of places. Lots of boats they raided, and his men saw that Blackbeard is much better pirate and a captain, obviously. So his captaincy, Stede Bonnet's captaincy, was kind of slipping away. But then they find a frig and capture that frig, and Blackbeard took that and sent Stede Bonnet on his way with his boat. That was kind of generous of him, wasn't it? So yeah, Stede Bonnet was free of Blackbeard. Blackbeard got his signature boat. Then Stede Bonnet tried to, I think, attack a massive boat, so it was probably a frig. He tried to attack a frig, was obviously unsuccessful because he has a schooner. He tried to attack a frig. Then he got injured. His men got injured. Then there was about to be mutiny because his men was angry, and they saw what Blackbeard was and how Blackbeard did everything. So clearly they had the measuring stick now, apparently. So they went back to Nassau. His men left Stede Bonnet. Then Blackbeard saw that, and Blackbeard told Stede Bonnet like how crap of a pirate he is, and just took his ship and kept him prisoner. Stede Bonnet was in real weird predicament here because he can't walk off, because at the time I thought, why not just walk off, why be prisoner? But as soon as I start to understand it, he can't just walk off. He's a wanted man. He raided a lot of ship, killed a lot of people, so he can't just walk off. He has to be on sea. He doesn't have a boat now, so he has to be prisoner of Blackbeard. That is some weird position to be in. British start to give open pardons. Blackbeard and everybody wanted to see if that's true or just some kind of trap. So Blackbeard again sent Stede Bonnet to check out if it's real or not. Duped him. Apparently it was real. Stede Bonnet got his pardon, but Blackbeard looted Stede Bonnet's boat and apparently stranded it somewhere, and so did Stede Bonnet's men was stranded. So Stede Bonnet realized that. He went there to rescue them, apparently. Then there was a montage. They did some kind of a pirate ship drift, and this is all factual, by the way. This did happen. And then Stede Bonnet just decided to get revenge on Blackbeard, but he didn't have any money. So he basically went back and raided a lots of ship. He became a better pirate captain, more ruthless. And then they encountered British Navy, and rather than running away, he decided to take them on. Now, let's see what happens next.
As the sun began to set and the tide began to rise, the marooned ship, the Henry, was lifted off the river bottom and could join the Sea Nymph once more. Slightly up the stream, in the dark of night, Bonnet abandoned 2 of his vessels and brought all 46 of his men aboard the Royal James. There would be a fight come daybreak.
There's no turning back now.
Henry and the Royal James drift closer to one another.
Alright, to put into context, the Royal James is a schooner. I think the Henry of British Navy is a schooner too, since it's a flagship, because I know Sea Nymph is a gunboat, smaller than that. Anybody who played Black Flag, they would have a easier time to understand all this. But this is a river, so what's baffling me is how is he going to maneuver here? Because if he goes straight on, they would just gang up on him with each sides. He can't maneuver here. So I don't know if this is going to be one of those things where it's all just montage, all hype, and he just went in and just pummel him. Let's watch.
Air still and tensions rising.
Fire!
Fire! Both ships loose a volley of cannon fire, tearing each other apart. Rhett tries to bracket the Royal James between his two ships.
There you go.
Bonnet would have to act fast to avoid being torn apart by cannons from both sides. In an evasive maneuver, he pulls hard towards the west bank. However, this was a big mistake. The Royal James ran aground, and so did the Henry and the Sea Nymph. From up on the
There you go. See, like I said, it's a river. How can you maneuver there? This is not a video game, man. Come on. Of course they got beached. This is stupid, but Stede Bonnet got beached. The British Navy got beached.
door, both sides would continue to fire upon each other. Bonnet jumped on deck and threatened any of his crew that showed cowardice.
If you don't kill them, it's another paddling for the lot of you.
Captain.
Oh my god, no! Medic!
Captain, I fear that I am gravely wounded.
Shh, no, you're gonna be alright. Medic! Medic! Just hold on, I'll push it all back in. Hold still. Oh god, it keeps falling out again. It's so slippery. I think this goes here. Well, you don't even need this. I'm not a doctor, but I think you'll live. Hold on, maybe if I tip you upside down, it won't all slide out.
It has been a pleasure serving you.
I think internet historian watched a lot of South Park. I'm sure of it.
Mr. Bonnet.
Captain.
Oh no.
Oh, nice shot.
Thanks. Been practicing all.
No hostages, no survivors.
Amazingly, Bonnet's crew was dominating the English fleet. The Henry's cannons were angled away from Stede's ship, with shots whizzing past, while Bonnet's ship was the perfect incline to reach the Henry. Only 12 of Stede's 46 men had been killed or injured, and the Henry...
This is cartoonish, man. Seriously. They tried to attack each other, got beached all of them. And British Navy is angled away, so they are firing shots, but it's not hitting, Royal James, but they are just pummeling them.
looked far worse for wear. Bonnet stood on deck, ready to fight to the bitter end. And after this battle, Bonnet could continue pursuing Blackbeard and have his revenge. Or at
Oh yeah, by the way, if anybody hasn't watched the original video, go watch the original video first. You should never watch reaction first, because I will be talking about, I always do that in all reaction. I do talk about whatever I know about. I already did that at the start of the first parts video, what I know about this, because obviously this is a reaction. You're not supposed to watch this the first time here. Go watch at the Internet Historian Incognito Mode channel. So I will be saying things that kind of spoiler. So yeah, he's not going to hunt Blackbeard, because he's gonna get caught here. It doesn't look like it right now, but he's gonna get caught.
At least that was the plan. Except, the battle continued for the next 5 to 6 hours. And as time was passing, their luck...
As he said 5 to 6 and then took a pause while there was, sunset was happening. I thought, he's not gonna say days, is he? 5 to 6 days, this is ridiculous. But no, he said 5 to 6 hours. Even that is ridiculous, man. For 6 hours they shoot at each other. That is ridiculous.
was quickly running out. So, the military vessels are downstream, and that means that as the tide rises, they're the first to get free. They repair their rigging and start heading towards Steed's ship. All Bonnet and his crew can do is wait and hope that the tide is rising enough for them to get free as well. But it doesn't. Henry was soon in the position to fire its port guns upon the deck of the Royal James. Bonnet's crew were outnumbered 3 to 1 and had little hope of surviving a boarding.
No! What do we do? Arr. Light the powder kegs, scuttle the ship!
But Captain, you'll doom us all.
That's an order.
The crew starts preparing the ship to be scuttled.
Get a move on, men.
Captain, are you sure about this?
Of course, pal. And if the quartermaster was here, I'm sure he'd agree.
I don't know about that, Captain.
I won't die a coward, pal, and my men will die with dignity.
Permission to surrender, Captain. Pretty please.
See?
Oh, okay. So he's trying to blow themselves up so they don't get caught. Steed Bonnet is at least trying to do that, not his men.
Don't make us do it, Captain.
Give it here. That's a paddling for you later. Well, it's been an adventure. I finally lived the life of a great pirate, and this is how it all ends. They will tell tales of my courage.
No. Look away, men. Shh, shush, shush. It's okay. It's okay.
Bonnet's crew had reached their limit. They surrendered. After a few more moments of conflict, the Royal James was boarded by Colonel Rhett and his men, and Steed and all of his crew were arrested. Bonnet and all of his men were taken to Charleston. Steed, Pell, and Harriet were separated from the crew and kept locked up in the house of the town marshal, Nathaniel Partridge. The three sat forlorn and hopeless in their cell. They would surely be found guilty and sentenced to hang. Time passed, and anxiety about the gallows began to grow. Oi, just so you scum know, first to rat gets a plea deal.
You think too little of my crew, good sir.
Back up, prisoner.
Actually, you know what? Wow, my stomach hurts. Guard, can I use the bathroom?
What's wrong with that one?
Ugh.
No. I need to use the toilet.
Oh, right. Of course. No, come on then. No, I've got that for you, sir.
The voice said.
I hope Pell's tummy's okay.
It's only a matter of time before one of your men takes a plea deal.
Governor?
Huh? I told you to knock when it's my private time.
Yes, Governor. But it's important.
Just with a stock photo and moving mouth. How is he creating all these emotions? That Pirate of the Caribbean actor. Every time I see, I won't be able to see him any other way now. This is awesome.
We have a prisoner from Bonnet's crew here. He wants the deal.
Bring him in. Well. So what do you want to tell us?
Okay, so it was all Steed. He's like super evil, man. He made us kill people after the plunderings. The paddlings, oh sweet Jesus, the paddlings. He kicked a seagull in the face.
My God, he's a monster.
Ah, excellent.
And that's not all. He regularly just throws his trash in the ocean. And one time, he didn't even flush.
Very good. That's enough.
And this one time, he made 2 of the deckhands kiss. And
That's fine.
No,
Thank you.
No, wait. I have more.
Oh, the humanity.
Wow, a 4-hour shit. That's impressive.
Somebody said in the comment that he's the Walter White of these pirates. Walter White wasn't this stupid. So apparently, British government needed proof. They didn't just go, oh, everybody knows he's a pirate, let's just hang him. They needed somebody to rat people out.
Hey, wait. Kid. Give us a hand, would you? We're in a spot of trouble.
No thanks, Bonnet. I'm hoping they give you the gallows.
Excuse me?
You don't know me, but I know you.
Yeah, cool. Can you help us out?
You let that pirate rob my dad's bank, and then the bank went out of
How is
business,
he here?
and then he lost his job, and now he spends all day drinking angry juice. So I can't wait to see the life sap
This
out
is
of
one of the
your
internet
eye.
Wasn't that on
historian thing.
Barbados? How did you get here?
Whatever, Bonnet. It's a mostly true story. We just conflated a few of the details to keep the audience engaged. You would have done the same. Shut up.
Huh.
That was for me, by the way. That line was for me.
Really great with kids.
Oh, it's real sad, isn't it?
Enough of this. I don't want to die. We've got one option. We're breaking out.
Oh yeah, forgot he breaks out. I forgot about that. Yeah, he does break out. And I wondered that, like, how the hell did he break out? I mean, if there was a news like Blackbeard broke out, that makes sense. But Stede Bonnet broke out.
The guards are stationed here, here, and here. We've got bed sheets and we've got
Alright, so the details here are a bit sketchy, but it appears that they escaped on the 24th of October, 1718, with the help of a local merchant, Richard Tuckerman.
We're out.
Wow,
That makes
really
sense.
felt like the story should have wrapped up here.
Pell, you're not coming?
Sorry, Steed. I'm out.
Well then, I guess you're my new right-hand man now, Harriet.
I'm a lefty, sir, innit?
Enough chit-chat. Let's blow this popsicle stand.
In the dead of night, they ran through the tall grass and bush of the Charleston docks, where they would meet with a former slave and a Native American. They grabbed a small boat and set sail out of the harbor.
Sounds like a
Your
start of
boy
a bad
Stede
joke.
was off again to adventure. His story would be full of many more riveting...
Uh-oh. The wind, it's changing direction.
The gods were not on Stede's side that evening.
It's blowing us in the direction of Sullivan's Island. Guards will be swarming everywhere.
They crashed into the shoreline, scrambled into the bushes and hunkered down for the evening, hoping to evade the law. By this point, Governor Johnson had heard about Bonnet's disappearance and was absolutely fed up. This dude is absolutely cancelled.
But sir,
No, I don't want to hear it. I'm putting a bounty on this fucking guy.
That is how he said it. That's a fact. This dude is just cancelled.
£700 to whoever can tell me where he is.
yoink! We found him, sir. There's a rogue boat docked on Sullivan's Island with the name The Revenge 2 painted on it. That might be a clue.
Bring me Colonel Rat. We're catching this handsome bastard once and for all. You're out there somewhere, Bonnet, and I will find you, if it's the last thing I do. The officers scramble out to Sullivan's Island. They seize the boat. And with men stationed all across the shoreline, Stede and his crew were effectively trapped on the island. Colonel Rhett was leading the search as they closed in. For For days, they scoured the area with a hunting party, finding tracks and signs of their movement all along the way.
Of course.
And just 2 weeks after they had escaped, on the 6th of November 1718, the hunting party stumbled upon the 4 men.
No, you're under arrest. Oh shit, run.
Fire. The hunting party opened fire.
Harriet, run!
Oh no.
I've been shot in it.
Killing Harriet immediately, and wounding the slave and the Native American. The only man unharmed was Bonnet. Jesus, that's some thick plot armor. There's no escape, Steed. Come with us now or be fired upon.
Steed?
You know what the great thing about this is? This internet historians, all these graphics, that seems all this, like low quality budget thing, but it's not. The way this stock photos moves, like it's somebody would think, the first time somebody watches the video would think that, you know what, he probably didn't spend much money here, but he did. It just becomes this charm of the video, I think, just like South Park was. At the South Park, they had no budget. After that, there are lots of money. You could see it improved, but they're just still keeping that choppy type of thing as a charm. That's what this is, because lots of effects that I saw in this video are really costly. But it's just a charm to use, stock footages like this.
Who is this Steed? My name is, Steve. Like the regular name.
Colonel Rhett shoved Steve down and tied his hands behind his back.
No, wait, you've got the wrong guy. You didn't even read me my rights. I want your badge number. Hey, he's not giving me his badge number. You all saw.
So Colonel Rhett had captured Bonnet. Again. And they threw Bonnet in a more secure cell to await his judgment. On November 10th, 1718, Bonnet was brought forward to the court. Unfortunately, the judge presiding over the case was Sir Nicholas Trott, who, just 2 days prior, had sentenced 29 of Steed's men to death.
Mr. Bonnet, who will be representing you in court today?
I will be representing myself, your liege.
Your honor is fine. Mr. Bonnet, you stand accused of acts of piracy against the British Empire.
They made me do it. I don't even like pirates. I was tricked. They told me I was going on a luxury cruise.
Enough! Bring in the rat.
Gasp! But when did he have the time?
Mr. Pell, you're here to testify
what an
against
idiot.
Steed Bonnet, or as you used to call him, Captain.
Well,
Hell. How could you?
well, I...
Remember the ship scuttle scene from about 10 minutes ago, and how you held me in your arms?
But, yeah, but... Actually, Your Honor, Mr. Bonnet was never much of a captain. If anything, the quartermaster had more power.
Well, you already gave us your statement in writing, so that
Yeah.
doesn't mean anything. Bonnet,
Exactly.
I sentence you to death. Pell, you're free to go.
Well, he was saying that like all the movies I see and in here where they change their statements, I'm always like, this is just formality. Real things are always in writing, man. You can't just change it up after coming here, man. They saw that in some movies or TV shows too, like, they come up to the, there and just changes in front of the judge. You can't, this is just formality. Real one, you signed it.
Oh no. What have I done?
Judge Trott charged Bonnet with 2 counts of piracy, as well as attacking and commandeering the ships Francis and Fortune. Trott also chastised Bonnet on his privileged upbringing and the stupidity at throwing it all away. Bonnet's fate was sealed.
That is kinda
He
true.
would never be able to enact his revenge on Blackbeard. However, some justice was served, as Blackbeard would die while Bonnet was awaiting the gallows. On the 22nd of November 1718, Blackbeard would be killed in battle in North Carolina at the hands of British sailors. He was beaten and shot 5 times and slashed with a sword another 20 times.
Damn.
His head was cut off and attached to the front of a British ship, and his headless body tossed into the Pamlico Sound.
Overdoing much. Didn't Blackbeard die on land? I thought he died on some kind of island where he was taking his last stand. He didn't die with the, on ship during the battle. I'm pretty sure of that. Or am I missing something?
Rip. So there was Bonnet, once more, alone, ashamed. The sand was everywhere. He reflected on his life choices.
There's still one option left.
Steed had one advantage that no other pirate did. He was a man of culture. He was the gentleman pirate. Most importantly, he was literate. He would put quill to parchment and begin writing.
That's why he was the gentleman pirate, because he was literate. Because he can write things, that's it. That alone makes him the gentleman pirate.
One of the most beautiful, persuasive pleas for mercy that any man had ever made.
Yours sincerely, Steed. Throw myself at your feet. Tears proceeding from my
I
most
humbly
sorrowful
beg,
soul.
separate all the
Indent me
limbs
for
from
my
my body,
Lord's
sir.
sake. Hey kid, send this to the governor, please.
The same
Wow,
kid.
the coward wrote a letter. Why don't you take your sentence like a man?
Oh, go on, deliver it.
I will, because it's my job, not because you told me to.
Right, thanks.
See you at the gallows.
And then, Steed got down on his knees and prayed for the first time in a long time.
Steed?
Mary?
Yes.
Oh no.
You've come to rescue me. Oh, praise the heavens, I'm so great.
Actually, I've just come to gloat and deliver some exposition.
Oh.
Yes. You see, I wanted you to know that after you left, you really made our life a misery. I inherited your debts. Luckily, I remarried David Rycroft.
Hello.
I'm speaking! David Rycroft has fixed everything. I will live to the ripe old age of something between 55 and 65. The records
That's
aren't
specific.
really clear. Anyway, he has a stable job, and your children hate you. Goodbye, and I hope you're dead soon. Goodbye.
It was nice to meet you, though.
David!
I'm sorry.
It's really effed up. Back then, people's life was what they lived for 60, 65, 70 years at max. Why? Because they didn't have any simple medication that we take for granted nowadays. Once you get old, your immune system is weak. Any small thing can kill you.
While the authorities didn't have much pity for Bonnet, there was strong public sentiment in his favour.
I've got a letter for you, Mr. Governor, sir.
He was seen as a bit of a rebel, and people wanted to see him go free, or maybe just punished a little bit.
Damn,
But
really?
mostly let off, he's a good boy.
A lot of idiots out there.
Always saw Steed Bonnet as this loser who just tried to do something big and was kind of good enough successful. I didn't know he was popular like that, where people actually protested for his freedom. That's heavy, man.
That's Steed. Thorn in my side. Lovable rascal he is. That's his problem.
Actually, that's who this letter is from. I wouldn't read it though. Why bother?
Oh, really?
Feeble removes the limbs from my body, as I remove the limbs from my body.
Well, the people love him. And this certainly was a moving letter. What else can I do?
That's all you need.
I guess I have no choice.
That's how the justice system works. People want something, and it's just convincing. So yeah, justice done, apparently.
Fetch me some parchment. I have a letter to write. December 10th, 1718, the day of Bonnet's hanging.
It's been quite the run, but I guess it's all over now.
The authorities led Bonnet through the town and to the public square, where he would meet his fate.
Oh no, Steve.
Why are they taking Mr. Bonnet? Oh my god, what are they doing with Mr. Bonnet?
Taken away by twins, apparently.
Oh look, it's Ignatius Smell. I see life's treating you well now. It's a little something called karma.
Now's not the time, kid.
Wow, you're a bigger disappointment than Bonnet. But I have to give you some praise for dobbing him in.
That's enough.
I'm glad Steed's getting what he deserves.
You don't know anything, kid.
Oh, really?
Steed is a great man. The stories I could tell you, they'd blow your socks off.
Wow, maybe I was wrong.
Yeah, you were. And I let him down. I let myself down. I let everyone down.
He sounds like a great person.
He is.
Psych, Steed's an idiot. And guess what? I've got his pardon from the governor.
What?
And guess who's not delivering it?
Give that here.
That is no pardon.
Give it. Give me.
Stop it.
I don't have time for this.
Ow!
Come on.
I'm not letting go.
Kid.
I'm not letting go. Stop!
That's it. You're coming with me.
Put me down.
Hold still. Stop moving. Stay.
Put me down.
Stay still. Stop moving.
Move away from the prisoner.
I think it's this way.
Get back.
Wrong way.
Goodbye, pirate.
No. Don't do it.
On behalf of the
I love how he did that, internet historian. I love how he did that. At the start of the video, we see that some kid is running towards as a some post boy or something, trying to deliver the the pardon letter. But in the end, it's more context into it. Like that other guy is holding the kid up while he's running away. It's like change the scenario. That's awesome.
Crown. For the high crime of piracy, we sentence you, Steed Bonnet, to death by hanging of the neck. May God have mercy on your soul.
I'm gonna launch you, kid.
What? No! Wait!
It's from the governor.
All right, give it here.
There is no pardon. He'll just say good luck.
From the office of the governor, for the territory of Barbados, acting as servant for the crown of King George I, dear Steed Bonnet, it is with the mercy of the crown and the power entrusted to me that I wish you good luck on your execution today. Love, the governor.
Love
thanks.
the governor. And that's that.
And that's just what happened to him. Unfortunately, non-fiction doesn't always have a satisfying ending.
Yeah, that's the end of that.
But Steed leaves behind a legacy more impressive than most. And there's a reason that he's remembered over many other nameless pirates. And he got to be a character in Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Steed Bonnet.
This is pretty good. And he's highly Googleable. And... oh,
And internet historian made a video about him, so that's even bigger.
alright, we'll do the happy ending.
Aha! I took some anti-rope neck cream before you hung me, and I have the greatest booty of them all from my time as a pirate. An AR-15.
AR-15.
Steed Bonnet gunned down everyone who had ever done him wrong.
Eat lead, bitches.
Oh, that was
Second
close.
Amendment.
Oh.
Especially the governor. Ouch. And especially Mary.
Consider yourself divorced.
He swept up his 3 remaining children, who forgave him immediately, and he
course.
jumped on a sexy speedboat and filled with
And the boat
gold,
flew away.
and the quartermaster was there, and they sailed over the horizon together.
It
and
actually
they all
flew away.
lived happily ever after. The end.
Ah, this is awesome.
Shush, shush, it's okay. It's okay.
There is even a credits there. Oh, this was an awesome video all around. It felt like a movie. This was a quality right here. I like how, at the start of the video, it's like the kid is running with the pardon, but apparently kid didn't care. Kid wasn't running, the other guy was holding the kid up. That change was awesome by the end. This was an awesome video by internet historian Incognito Mode. I watched a lot of internet historian videos in the past, Didn't know about there is also a second channel until very recently. Apparently he releases great content here, more frequently than the main channel. So what I knew about Stede Bonnet was kind of right, that Stede Bonnet was some wealthy guy who was over in his head, one day was went away and became a pirate because he had some marital issues. Obviously that was also accurate. Then he was teamed up with Blackbeard. I didn't know that he was the captain and Blackbeard was just another pirate on his ship. I didn't know that. I thought he just teamed up with Blackbeard or something, or got in the Blackbeard's gang or something, who knows. But apparently Blackbeard weaseled his way in and find Queen Anne's revenge with the help of Stede Bonnet. So that kind of puts Stede Bonnet in really significant place in history. That happened. Then I didn't know that Stede Bonnet tried to take a revenge on Blackbeard too. So that also a thing I learned. I always thought that he just got away and that's it. He earned his pardon, and then he, obviously he started to do it with under alias. But I didn't know he started to do that under alias, not for the sake of pirating, but the sake of hunting down Blackbeard. So that was also another revelation. And then he was a decent fight with the British Navy there, with another schooner and gunboat. Real life is not video game. When you are up against that kind of odds, it's really hard. And he was in the river, so there was not much of maneuverability there. And he fought for 6 hours. He was kicking ass at the start. Then he tried to blow themselves off. That also takes balls. And in the end, I knew governors were not gonna give him pardon. So that was also something. This whole video made me realize that Stede Bonnet, I kind of knew that he had some balls because of the story that I knew, but this video told me that he was one of those guys, like Walter White in some way, that it looked like he's some simple man, weak man, but he really had balls because he did lots of things that most people would not do. Alright, if you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe.